Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it feels like fall today. Today it's about 55, 60 degrees. The fish are beginning to slow down. In fact, they'll stop eating. Temperature stays this cool and keeps freezing at night. They're going to probably stop eating and hibernate for the winter. So the year is going by quickly. We are at a crossroads right now, an inflection point. The Cowboys are reaping what Jerry Jones has sowed. Their philosophy of, we're not going to play a lot, we're going to get a discount. And we're sitting here at 3-3. That game, as bad as it was, when you look at the Cowboys, that's what we are. We're a 3-3 team that'll probably be an 8-9 team, a 9-8 team, somewhere in there, but not a great team. We'll win some games, so we will. We just walked into a buzzsaw, beat the hell up, not ready to play, and just looking like ass. Going into the bye week, maybe this is the moment that the Cowboys pick up and say, we're going to do some things differently. We got to have a sense of urgency, and maybe they find a way to get a win against San Francisco. But I'll tell you one thing. That's interesting is we have the trip going to Philadelphia game November 10th. And last week I started working on getting tickets, and I'm glad I didn't get the tickets last week. It was basically about $375 for upper level seats. They literally dropped about $100 a seat. The party pass was $89 last week. It's $69. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. There's actually corner end zone, lower level, row 10, about, I think it was $390. Yeah, that's you, Jerry. That's you with what you put on the field. But although those are aftermarket tickets, so you've already gotten your money for that. And I can guarantee you what will happen going forward is Cowboys keep going downhill. You'll get more of the other fans that'll show up there and still get you paid. But the Cowboys are at an inflection point where the trade deadline is November 5th. And typically, either you're a buyer or you're a seller. If you know your team is just bad, that's when you're starting to plan for the next year. You start getting rid of the high-priced contracts and things and trying to get in as many draft picks as possible to try and make next year better. Or you make some moves to try and get yourself better positioned to actually win. Here's what we know. The Joneses' whole philosophy of we're okay just bringing back Zeke because everybody loves Zeke. All the people last year who were saying it was a mistake to let go Zeke. We need Zeke back. We need Zeke back. Well, you got Zeke back. You got Zeke back. Are you happy with Zeke's performance? Yeah. For those out there that say Rico is the real deal, he's a good back. He's a complimentary back, but he's not a lead back. That was the Derrick Henry out there. Be that as it may, the Cowboys need to do something different to get a different result. You either need to get a realistic running back and find out if Dalvin Cook can be that guy, or you need to get another weapon. Now the Cowboys, this is the funniest thing to me is they say one thing, but then they do another. They go through and they say the price for Davante Adams is too much. The price for Davante Adams has dropped. They're not getting a second round pick. They're probably not getting a third. It may be, and they're desperate to move him. It may be that the Raiders end up eating some of the contract and going for a third or a fourth round pick. Now, this is the Cowboys that tell you we couldn't afford Derrick Henry. The reason we couldn't afford Derrick Henry is because they make moves like Trey Lance. You literally brought in another quarterback with a 4th-round pick and a $5 million salary hit, which is the 10th highest on your roster, in a position where you had a starter and a proven backup. And that money is being spent. And unless you invest more money, good money after bad, he will walk and you will have gotten nothing out of him. To then turn around and say, we can't afford Devontae Adams, that's a waste, brother, you're stupid as hell. When you ask, do you think I'm an idiot? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, without a doubt. Yes, because you will plug him in right now. It's clear the idea of Stephen Jones saying, we're going to get CeeDee Lamb more touches because you're paying him more money. That a guy who had 10 catches a game last year and broke all the Cowboys records, you then want to have him have 2 to 5 more touches per game and think that is going to automatically make you a better team. No, it doesn't. It makes you predictable, and it's not a recipe to win. So you either have to get a better running back or you've got to get another weapon. And maybe it's Amari Cooper, because the Browns, they ain't going nowhere either. Maybe it's DeAndre Hopkins. But if you do nothing, we can't expect the team to do anything. So Jerry, who is surprised, I'm surprised at how bad we were. No, nobody else is surprised, Jerry. You brought in aging veterans and figured we can take this over-the-hill gang of players, plug them in, and they're going to be able to compete against a young, studded Lion team without our best weapons. We are going to rely on just having one wide receiver, when you literally look at the Lions and say they've got 2 running backs that are better than any of ours, along with wide receivers. When you look at an Eagles team that has not one good receiver, but 2, and a really good tight end, and a great running back, and we look at it and say, we don't need no running backs, 1 receiver, we'll pay 1 guy. And you look at San Francisco, that, oh my God, San Francisco with all of those weapons. We better pray that we get Micah Parsons back this week. We better pray that we get Ceylon Carson back. We better pray that we get Deron Bland back, because with all of those receivers and the physicality of those guys, we'll get mollywopped again. But I guess at least it won't be at home. So, Jerry, you said I am the best one to do the job. Well, I hate to tell you, bro, the job you're doing looks like ass. And I can't honestly say, Jerry, that you've done a damn thing. Oh, you did get the Grand Prix. You did get the Grand Prix. So, yeah, there's that. As a GM, I don't see what you're doing, bro, because you've done nothing. Well, it's nice to see the fishies here. Get to go see my orthopedist, see if I can get rid of mini-me here, my bursitis, fluid-filled sac right there that's been bugging the hell out of me. Nothing like getting needles stuck in you. But then again, that's what it felt like yesterday, getting needles stuck in my eye watching the Cowboys. That shit hurt. Jerry, you got to do better than this, bro. You got to do better than this. That's some bullshit, man. Cowboy fans deserve better.